How's it going, guys? Nick here with HN Entertainment's breakdown for Godzilla King of the Monsters Trailer 2. So this is the long-anticipated second trailer for the upcoming Godzilla film. So now that it's finally online, we're going to take a look at some really interesting stuff and key moments from the trailer and break down what it all might mean. So the trailer opens up with Millie Bobby Brown's character looking at some Monarch devices, trying to contact anyone out there, to no luck. She eventually gives up and starts freaking out once she gets a feedback, which is presumably from some of the Kaiju, or Titans as they're called in the Monsterverse. There's a really interesting shot that gives us a look at the interior of the giant aircraft that Monarch is going to be flying around in during the events of the film. It looks like this is some sort of a mobile command center up in the air, in which they'll be tracking the different Titans as they move around the Earth. Later on in the trailer, we get some shots of Rodan emerging from the volcano in Mexico, the Monarch team touching down in Antarctica to unveil Monster Zero, King Ghidorah. And there's also some interesting shots of what looks to be new Kaiju that are going to be introduced just for the Monsterverse, as right here, the image on screen, we can see some sort of a spider-like creature that's emerging from underneath the ground. There's also another look at the villain, who is the human character played by Charles Dance, and it looks like he's some sort of a rogue mercenary leader that's trying to uncover the Kaiju for his own benefits. The next couple parts of the trailer feature a voiceover and a glimpse at some sort of a Senate hearing in which Monarch is addressing the US Senate or some sort of a World Council regarding the Titans' presence on Earth and whether they should be looked at as enemies or allies. Eventually, Dr. Serizawa tells them that instead of Godzilla being our pet, we're going to be his pet. Again, right here we can see another Kaiju mysteriously emerging from the ground. Some folks have already speculated that this could be possibly Anguirus, or just a completely original Titan made up for the Monsterverse. In this shot here we can see some of the underwater vehicles going towards Godzilla's temple, which we'll touch on later, but we glimpsed a bit of this in the first trailer in which they're like going underwater and uncovering some sort of like hieroglyphics featuring ancient times with humanity bowing before the King of Monsters. Right here we get a really good look at Mothra emerging from her cocoon, still in somewhat of a chrysalis form before she spreads her wings. And in the bottom of the image we can see Vera Farmiga and Millie Bobby Brown's characters. So it looks like Farmiga's character is a scientist involved with the research and study of Mothra, and her daughter is along with her at the dig site in China. And right here we can see Mothra using her God Rays to full effect, and Rodan smashing all the buildings under him as he flies over a small city in Mexico. We then get some really good looks at King Ghidorah as this trailer fully reveals him. He's no longer being kept in the shadows, and in this trailer we get a ton of monster action. Right here it looks like some clever editing. One shot Ghidorah is next to a football stadium of some sort in a city, and the next shot after that we see Ghidorah in Antarctica firing down on the Monarch scientist there, trying to, I guess, escape the facility after he's awoken. Later on in the trailer we get to see what I mentioned earlier, which is Godzilla's underground temple. Supposedly this is going to play a very pivotal role in the film, and it looks like Serizawa is the one that actually goes down to interact with Godzilla when he is in this resting state in his temple. The trailer then ends with massive monster action, tons of quick glimpses of Ghidorah and Godzilla locked in combat, Mothra flying down from above, Rodan, and a really cool thing that they revealed in this trailer, which we had previously speculated on, Burning Godzilla will be featured in the film, which is pretty awesome. Can't wait to see how they're going to realize that, with modern day digital effects and everything, because it's been a while since we've seen Godzilla take on that form on film, and I guess he's going to need that to take on King Ghidorah. So all in all, this is a really cool trailer. That's all the stuff that we spotted. Let us know down in the comments below if you guys spotted anything else of interest, and what did you guys think of the second trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters? Does this get you more hyped up to see those big Titan fights on the big screen? So far, since we have seen all of them now, which is your favorite design out of the monsters in this film? For more updates on Godzilla and everything pop culture, be sure to subscribe to HN Entertainment.